Wow, this is much lower production value than I anticipated. Actually, who am I kidding? I just got back from a 10-mile run. Thank you very much. In the middle of the night, I got out of my last screening of HIFF at about 10 p.m. and I ran for 2 hours. And what time is it now? Finally made my way home. I think it's 1 a.m. and in my bed. I had all this energy when I was running, and I imagine like coming back and sitting at my desk and giving you the scoop. Maybe I will. Let's see how this goes. I am so grateful for this experience as a Hawaii International Film Festival, Online Creatives, Content Creatives Immersive. I think I got it. Student, mentee. We had a few workshops, mandatory workshops that we had to attend, where we had mentors in the business guiding us and encouraging us, framing things for us. We didn't just have mentors in these workshops. There are mentors everywhere we turned. I met so many people in the industry. I got to know people that I've known for a while a little better. I made new friends. This is the beginning of creating things and sharing them online. And this is something that I've been going back and forth about doing, and I feel more safe than I ever have because of the community that I'm in, that I get to be a part of, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Jana Park, for seeing something in me and seeing that this would be a good fit for me, because I couldn't agree more. I didn't really know what I was walking into, but yeah, thank you for guiding me in this direction. Yeah, I could start shouting out, but I feel like it'll happen, right? I'm gonna talk about different aspects of this experience and share the relationships that I continue to build on this platform, in my life and on this platform. What else can I say? Yeah, it's pretty cool being at Kahala Mall, which is the mall that I grew up in. It was kind of like my neighborhood mall or neighborhood. It was like the place we hung out after school and stuff too. Like, I remember the first time my dad told me that he ate out alone. I was so astonished, and I felt so, I think I cried. Yeah. But since then, I guess maybe it's been, it pointed me to my independence as well, because I remember I went to a movie by myself. I eat alone, I would say not often, but kind of. I guess I'm pretty independent. I don't need to explore with other people. I can go and explore on my own. But I remember that in high school, I went to see a Tom Cruise movie by myself. It was like some alien movie. I don't even remember what it was called. But I challenged myself to go see a movie on my own, and I remember feeling so lonely. And I was in that theater, and it wasn't packed. It was one of the smaller theaters. It was just, yeah, maybe like a apocalyptic movie. So maybe that had something to do with the sadness that I felt. But it was wild. Like, I did see movies with other people. I happened to see people in my cohort, and I even brought a friend along on the last movie. But I spent a lot of time watching a lot of movies by myself. And even though I was by myself, I did not feel alone, or I did not feel lonely like I have in the past. I've grown up a lot since then, since that loner but friends with everybody kid in high school. I'm learning how to be with other people and learning how to belong. It's pretty cool. I could expound, and I will. I will in 5 minutes. My limit is 10. I say I'll try to do 10-minute videos just to keep everybody going along with their day. But when I first started this cohort, I felt challenged to have an angle. Jane actually encouraged us during our orientation to like finish a movie and get our thoughts out immediately. So like, at least you have some thoughts out. And I've done that too, but it felt like a homework assignment, and I felt like I needed to do stuff and get things done. And there was, this thing looming over my head. And I'm not saying that I didn't have my assignments. I wasn't thinking about my assignments through this process, but I met somebody who was a HOCCI mentee 3 years ago, something like that. His name is Hunter. And I met him at the reception at Halekulani Hotel. And shout out Hunter, he had his, so since then, 3 years later, this was the first year that he was a filmmaker attending the HIFF program. So congratulations. You've been very encouraging and inspiring just by living your life. So thanks, man. But he said that, he shared that when he was a HOCCI mentee, he just watched as many movies as he could. He loved movies, and he just didn't worry too much about the assignments, that all happened and it was done at the end. I mean, he took care of it at the end, but just to enjoy the festival. So I was able to, I still brought my notebook with me most places, but it relieved me from a lot of pressure that I was feeling in this new experience, in this new playground. It became a playground with the help of that share. And, it wasn't just Hunter. It was so many people that, I shared that this is my first step in the industry. It was just like dipping my toes in the water, and just so much encouragement. I didn't realize all that it took to make a film, and it can be arduous, and it takes months and sometimes years to put something together. And even though that can seem daunting, it was actually like really encouraging. Taylor and Tony, I think their last name is Ramos. I could be wrong, but there was a workshop called Every Frame is a Painting, and I hadn't seen a story broken down quite like that. I did do this, I was sponsored by this nonprofit that I worked for to work with Olelo, which is a local broadcasting network that is doing such great things here in Hawaii, sharing local voices. And I did some workshops with them, learning how to develop a story. But there was, I don't mean to talk down to that program because it was great. I had such a great time, but I guess I didn't realize how much work it was, but also how much fun it could be, chipping away at the vision, and having a team or a partner to bounce ideas with, and a partner and a team. Sorry, my thought was still there, because they are amazing. Like that's maybe a whole video in itself, but I've met so many parts of the industry, but so many people who are creatives and doing their thing, but also not gatekeeping and sharing their knowledge and their stories. I have one more minute, and I'll say that I saw a lot of I met a lot of Indigenous filmmakers and saw a lot of films sharing Indigenous stories, and not just Indigenous stories, but even our centerfold film, Molokai Bound, was so moving and encouraging. It gave me so much hope for sharing not the white, watered down version of our experiences, but the truth, and sharing it from our hearts and sharing our own stories as opposed to our stories told by somebody else, the power that that has. And I just hit 10. So it's just the beginning. And even though it's the end of HIFF, it's the beginning of this journey. Not only sharing my story, but each other's stories. And I'll be curating or putting together some reflections, hopefully amplifying the stories or the voices of some of the people that I've met so far. And it's just the beginning. The beginning. Mahalo. Thank you. Aloha. And talk very soon.